Junkies. Tour Junkies.
What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to the Tour Junkies podcast. It's the DraftKings show for the Genesis 2022. I'm your host, DB. I got Pat Perry with me. We're rocking and rolling. It's been a crazy night already. Podcast juice is flowing. I got a heavy pour, Pat, of Tito's tonight. We
In
talked
a
about it on
big
the
old
last
cup.
show. Yeah, big old cup. You still beering me?
Yeah, still got beer on you.
Okay. Listen. Presented to you as always by our friends at Fantasy National. Go to fantasynational.com/TJ to get 20% off any membership level, weekly, monthly, or annually. It's a one-stop shop for all your PGA Tour betting and DFS needs. Lineup builders, optimizers, ownership projections, stats, course history, recent form, all the above at fantasynational.com/TJ to get that 20% off. Big fans of Fantasy National. Appreciate those guys for helping us out. Man, we got a lot to cover tonight, Pat. We got a big announcement. It'll probably be a more subdued announcement than was on the betting show. But for those that just listened to the DraftKings show, huge announcement coming here in just a few moments. Before we do that, got to remind everybody, Garrett Simmons, our resident Korn Ferry Tour caddy and expert, will be dropping his Korn Ferry Tour podcast wherever you listen to podcasts and here on the YouTube channel. That's this week. They've got the Suncoast Classic or something going on this week. I don't remember what it is.
Suncoast. Is that
Suncoast.
is that like a soft drink?
No, that's Sunkissed. A great drink, by the way.
Yeah,
It'd
that is.
kill you, but a great drink.
It's an underrated drink.
It really is. I love Sunkissed. Big fan.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's got the show. Mark Hill is off for a couple weeks because the DP World Tour canceled a bunch of events for COVID. So nothing there. Don't forget the Road to Augusta contest presented by PrizePicks, where you and a guest can win an all expenses paid trip to Augusta for Masters Week to play Champions Retreat with me and Pat, to go to the National on Tuesday, walk the course for the Tuesday practice round for this year's Masters. The two links are below. You're going to want to check those out. They're in the description below. Sorry, whether you're listening or watching on YouTube, those links are there. That's going to be an amazing contest. If you've not seen the Fantasy Golf Sommelier that happened last week, it's now up every week, Tuesday night,
Yes,
Wednesday
can't wait.
morning-ish. But Pat's delivering his favorite PrizePicks plays of the week right there. He went 3 for 4 last week. In just under 10 minutes, you get his favorite PrizePicks plays, definitely a couple laughs, possibly some Pat technical difficulties that don't get edited out on
Most
purpose.
likely, yeah.
And you get, and you get wine, beer, liquor knowledge, wisdom that you can impress your friends with or win, trivia night or something. It's a great video. I love it, Pat. Very good stuff. All right. I think that's it. We're going to get into this big announcement here in just a second. But, Pat, let's talk about what we need to know for Rivera. We did an extensive course breakdown, kind of key trends and stats and stuff on the betting show. But for DFS, what are we focusing on? Key stats, all that stuff.
Yeah, so here's the thing this week. This is a difficult course. We see it
Yep.
every year here at Riviera. It's a fantastic kind of classical course. You got, it's a tree line type course, but still with the way you have to work the ball off the tee because there's a lot of dog legs here. We see guys that have some length and that can work the ball do really well, like a Bubba. I mean, Bubba is like known for his ability to take a ball and do whatever the hell he wants with it. And he's
True.
won this tournament 3 years. So, it's a shorter field. We got 120 players this week. I think that's important to know because a lot more players are going to make it through the cut line. You really got to get 6 of 6 to be able to make a little cash this week with T65 and ties making the cut. A couple things that are a little bit unique to this course. We got Kikuya fairways and rough. So that's not something you see every week. And then we're on Poana greens again this week. So may want to look a little bit at guys that tend to putt well in Poana greens. They're also running very quick, and there's a lot of undulation on these greens. They're pretty small. So scrambling for once might be something that you want to look at as far as the stats concerned. Also, always looking at strokes gained approach, strokes gained off the tee. I think experience is a big deal this week. We tend to see your more experienced players do the best here on this course. So I will be looking at course history. So I think that's going to be something that's important. And then obviously form. I think guys that are in good form this week are going to be key. So we'll look at that. Outside of those notes, just a few past champions that you want to look at. Max Homa, who had a good week last week, won last year. Adam Scott, JB Holmes in 2019. I don't know what JB Holmes is doing right now. I think he's probably talking to the Saudis. He's in a back room with the Saudis, talking about how he can make some money over there.
Not a bad move for him.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. And then Bubba won here. He won here in 2018. He's won here 3 times. Bubba's known for that. Bubba like wins tournaments and then he just wins them multiple times. So that's all I got for the course.
Yeah, I'm excited to see another tough test of golf, which is actually kind of how Scottsdale played last week. A little tougher than people expected. The over-under for scoring last week was like minus 19.5 for the winning score is only 16 under. I think that's kind of what we're going to see this week at Riviera. Like the weather looks pretty perfect and dry though, so I think firm and fast conditions is what we can expect. The cream tends to rise to the top, and this is a super strong field. I think it's the strongest we've seen at the Genesis Invitational. All top 10 in the world are here. That's pretty big. So, I think you're going to have to, you know, you better plan on having some exposure to these big names up top. And, you got to figure that out. You got to figure out the ownership game. We're going to talk about that when we get down into the picks. But I wrote down strokes gained everywhere. Strokes gained everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously going to be, a big factor. You got to be good at everything here. Off the tee, approach, around the green, because you're going to miss greens. You got to be good at putting on the POA, all that kind of stuff. So you got to be good everywhere. You guys got to be ready to go. Course history, like you said, matters. Incoming form. It's hard to come to a course like this and try to find something. So if you're looking at somebody and they're not really popping, I don't know. I don't know that I would mess around with that. So that's definitely something to consider as well. That's it for me. If you want the extensive course breakdown, you can check out the betting show for sure. We went pretty deep on that one. But Pat, anything else to add there before we move on?
No, that's all I got. That's all I got there. Yeah.
Okay. I do want to thank our friends at Trade Coffee because most people got coffee that's boring and dull and questionably sourced, and it's easy to get stuck in a rut and drink the same thing you always have. So instead of standing in front of your grocery store looking at all the options, let Trade Coffee help you find something new to love. They sell the freshest roasted and ethically sourced beans from America's best independent roasters, and they ship free to you as often as you like, whole or ground. Whether you're a coffee nerd or you just want a better cup, Trade Coffee experts taste test over 400 roasts and use technology to match your ideal coffee based on your preferences and brewing method. It's really cool. We did this. You go on the website, you take the coffee quiz, you tell them how you drink it, what you like it with, and what machine you use to brew it, all that stuff. And then they customize the thing to you. It's great. And they guarantee you'll love your first bag or they'll replace it for free. Trade Coffee's been featured by the New York Times, Wired, GQ, and delivered over 5 million bags of coffee. Their subscription is no hassle, skip shipments, change your frequency, or cancel at any time. And for listeners right now, Trade Coffee is offering a total of $20 off your first 3 bags when you go to drinktrade.com/Tour Junkies. To get started, take the quiz at drinktrade.com/Tour Junkies and start your journey to the perfect cup. That's drinktrade.com/Tour Junkies for $20 off your first 3 bags. Shout out Trade Coffee. Good stuff. Pat, I say we do this. Let's do this Saudi thing first. You want to do it? Let's mess around with that. Let's get a little lubed up here. Let me take a couple more sips of my drink.
Okay. I'm fine with this. Yeah, I think
We're going to get to the picks, all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about that. But all this chatter, and somebody asked us this in the Nut Hut. By the way, Nut Hut people made a killing last week. Kobe, shout out Kobe, won $100,000, finished first place in the big $4,444 tournament or whatever it is. Tim Gaiman won him a ticket to the big Millie, the $4,000 Millie Maker thing or whatever it is. Had a bunch of people, a bunch of green screens last week. Props to you. We didn't even mention that. Scotty Scheffler, you hit him outright at 30-1.
Yes.
Tonto Shablonsky won the Nut Hut Listener League contest. Get this. Big lesson here, folks. 625 fantasy points, DraftKings points scored by Tonto blew away the Nut Hut Listener League. Did he enter it in any other contest, Pat?
I have a feeling he did not.
Tonto. He did not. Listen, God dang it. If you enter a listener league, anybody's listener league, if you enter a cash lineup, put the thing in a GPP just in case it pops off. Holy moly. Like Tonto would have won all the money last week with that lineup anywhere else. But he won the listener league. So he does get a chance to come play golf with me and you on a weekend.
Yeah.
So props to him.
That's a good.
There's a lot of chatter about people going to the Saudi Golf League, Pat. We're not going to get into all the details.
It's very trigger. This Saudi league triggers me to no end.
Oh, it does. I could tell
So we're
because you got active on Twitter over the weekend with
yeah,
it.
we're gonna have to go when maybe after you make your maybe a little bit of an announcement later, I can come on and talk to you about this. But I
Yeah.
just I hate cannot stand this Saudi league thing. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, you got pretty vocal about it. We had the Charlie Hoffman thing. You got the stuff, rumors swirling about Bryson. We're not going to bore you with all the details, but we are going to go through, some players that we think if they left the tour and they took off to Saudi, no big deal. Like, have a day. See you later. Good riddance. We're all good. Pat, I looked through the top 150 players in the world golf ranking. I got about 20 names here.
I before you get into your names, because you texted this, and I don't know if Sam's going to put this up or not, but I thought this was fantastic. There was the old game back when we were kids. Red Rover, send so and so over. I think that's a perfect analogy to what we're going to do here. Is we're basically sending. We're saying Red Rover, send so and so over to the Saudi tour.
Yeah. This segment is called Red Rover, just take these ass hats off our hands. That's what this is called. So here it is. We're going to make this quick. All right, Pat, let's just do an alternate name thing. And I'm going to start at the highest rank, like the 150th player, whatever. I'm going to work that way.
Oh, you're going to go work down?
Yeah, is that cool?
Okay.
So we don't start with the big names.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Robert Streb. He's the most nothing guy on the planet, but he wins every few years. He's like a leap year, and I'm tired of it. He killed me when he beat Kiz that year. I'm done. Bye, Robert Streb. See you later. Go to Saudi.
Yep, go to Saudi. Martin Keimer, go to Saudi.
Bye. Your greasy biceps. Take them over there.
Yeah, you're at your point now where you need to go over to Saudi anyway.
Least favorite swing in all of professional golf.
Oh, I knew where this was going. I didn't take him just because I knew you would take him.
Probably a nice guy. I hate looking at his golf swing. Looks like a baby giraffe falling from the mother's womb onto the ground. Brendan Steele. Take him. Can't watch him anymore.
Send him.
Okay.
Jamie Donaldson.
Who? What is he ranked? Like 600?
I don't know. I'm tired of
Why
he's in the top.
What's his name?
He's in the top 150, and I don't know why he keeps staying in the top 150, and I'm tired of it. So Jamie Donaldson, get your ass over to Saudi. And you're too normal of a name.
Is Todd Hamilton next? What are we talking about here? David Duval? We want him in Saudi too?
No, look it up. He's in the top 150. We got it right here.
No way.
Jamie Donaldson. Yeah, let me find. I'll find it. You go.
My
with
next
your
one's
next.
Matt Kuchar. I've never really.
That was going to be my next one.
He's a Georgia Tech guy. He's a cheap, miserly old man that can't tip the caddies. Go somewhere where none of that matters. Like, get out of here. So I'm out. See you next week.
Maybe Donaldson like 200. I don't know. Rory Sabatini out. Get out of here.
He's wanted out for a while. Yeah,
he's wanted out for a while anyway. He doesn't even know what country he's from. Might as well go to Saudi Arabia. So Rory Sabatini out.
All right, this is a bigger name that I think we should send him, let him figure it out, and then we want him back though. Like, so this one kind of comes with some. We're gonna have a little rope around his ankle to pull him over here if we do. Cam Champ bothers me. Like, he should be so good.
Oh God,
but he continues to just suck it up, and he takes opportunities from people who are much better. And I think he needs to go over there and figure it out. And if he doesn't figure it out, you stay there. But if he does, we want him back because he's a stud.
Okay, I could see that. I have
to
say,
would not miss anything if Cam Champ was gone. They wouldn't. What would they miss? a 48th, and then a miscut, win, and then a 58th. Like that's what he does.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a little worried about how many non-Americans I put in this group. Like, I didn't mean to do this. Sorry, folks. Rafa Cabrera Bella, send him over. I'm over him. He needs to go over to the Saudis. Just go hang out over there.
Okay. Obviously Charlie Hoffman. I think
Yes, that was going to be my next
I mean,
one. Yeah.
save
Go, Charlie.
save all of us our first round leader spendings and units for the next 4 Masters or whatever other tournament you want to bet him on. He's obviously out.
Where the hell is Charlie Hoffman? He's in Saudi Arabia.
He's in Saudi Arabia.
Matt Wallace.
Campbell.
Matt Wallace is gone. I'm divorcing.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Across the board, Matt Wallace, he gone.
Jonathan Vegas. I'm tired of Jonathan Vegas.
No. I want Johnny Vegas over here. No. You can't send him to Saudi.
No,
Keep him over here.
I'm tired of him. He had his run. We've hit Johnny Vegas on a couple bets, but now he's done. Like, it's over. I'm done. Send him over there.
Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. You know who I do want to send over? I and only also because I just want to see like how he fares over there, like personally and physically and mentally and family wise. Lucas Glover. I'm sending Lucas Glover over to Saudi. I think he's gonna have a tough time, and I'm sorry for that, Lucas. But you're going to Saudi. You're out of here
too. That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this one we all can take. Ian Poulter.
Yes, get him out of here.
He's added nothing
to
PGA Tour golf for years. He's just he's kind of like the Jackson Mahomes of the PGA Tour. He's like on social media constantly, and it annoys people. So I think he's out.
I'm with you there. Okay, we're getting into the guys that the higher ranked players,
which is or so,
which is tough because there's a lot of good guys in here that I like personally. But I think Patrick Reed needs to go. He needs to go. I need to get him. I need to get him out of here and get him into Saudi Arabia.
You're gonna send Captain America to the Saudis?
Yeah. Well, he probably wants to be a Saudi.
Some maiden from some trouble over there.
I think yeah. I think he likes to be a Saudi.
No, I don't think so. I think he's fully American all the way.
Yeah, but he wants the money.
No. I think Reed's got to stay. For me, I'm tired. He's had some good runs on some DP World Tour events, but I don't want him to be a thing. He's too old. You say I'm an ageist. Maybe I am. But Richard Bland, why is Richard Bland a thing? Can we just put him out to pasture with the Saudis? Let him live out the last days of his life on the SGL, banging balls next to Bryson on the range. Richard Bland is not going to be a thing, no matter how bad we want to make it. I want him over there.
Okay. You know who else I want over there?
And
I used to like this guy, and I'd like him. I think he's been good for the game. But it's time for Phil Mickelson to get over to the Saudis.
Wow, you really are upset with guys who are flirting with this.
Yes, get your ass over to the Saudis if you think it's going to be so great,
dude. It's Phil Mickelson, man.
I don't care. Yeah, Phil.
He hasn't blocked us yet on Twitter. Apparently, he's hitting that block button a lot lately.
Well, he needs to get his ass over to Saudi.
All right, I'm going to start getting into some more known names here. I'm sick of Shane Lowry. I don't. He tricks me into playing him sometimes.
I cannot. No way you can send Shane Lowry over to the Saudi league.
Yeah, and then he sucks when I do that. And then when I don't play him, he does okay.
He's not even going to be able to get a good beer for himself over there. Like, you're basically saying.
He was a total Karen at the Ryder Cup. I'm done. And he's really, what you're going to find here with a couple of these guys is like, They're just nobodies at the end of the day. In the world of golf, if I said name
This
20
is
professional
very
golfers,
upsetting.
they would never come to anybody's mind. So we might as well send them over there. They're wasted. They're waste. They're literally waste.
I cannot believe you just said Shane Lowry and you're sending him over there.
All right.
That's just terrible. All right. Well, I mean, we're really getting into the like, there's a lot of guys here that I don't want to send over there.
Oh, I still got a few more I'm about ready to send.
There's an obvious one that we could send over there, which I'm going to leave for you. But if we're talking guys in this range, you know, I'm gonna send Terrell Hatton over there, and it's more because because it's punishment. I think he needs to learn he needs to learn how to act right, and then he can come back over to the tour.
That is why we want him. He is content. He is material. He is electric. Are you gonna send Siwoo over there? No.
No, but
How
I'm gonna
could you do that?
I'm gonna send Hatton. It's punishment. Punishment. That's what I just said.
Dude, you cannot send Terrell Hatton over there. No way.
I'm sending Hatton over there. He can come back. I want him to come back. I want him to come back. I want him to behave himself for a minute.
No, if I were to veto one play, it's Hatton right now of yours.
Yeah.
It's Hatton. For me, this guy's already, he might as well be over there anyway, because who cares? Tommy Fleetwood. Take his cankles to Saudi Arabia. You know, his tempestuous ball striking self that never pans out to anything. Let him compete over there and just continue to be irrelevant in Saudi Arabia. Because I'm tired of seeing his name.
I wanted to disagree with you here, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't disagree.
Yeah. We're getting closer up the world rankings. We're moving. There's going to be some controversial names here coming pretty soon.
God, this is getting
Producer Sam's in the chat asking which TJ would you send to Saudi? I know the answer to this one.
Okay,
Go ahead.
well, this is all right. I'm gonna leave one of them for you because I don't
know which one you're gonna leave for me because I don't know that I'm gonna do the one that you think I'm gonna do.
Well, then I can
do it.
I don't take him.
Go ahead.
I want Bryson. I want Bryson's ass in fucking Saudi.
I didn't even have him written down because you know what? I actually don't. I want him here.
I want him in Saudi. No, I want him in Saudi.
He's a content machine. We are in the content business. If you look at my list, it's a list of.
So what you're saying is, which is a good point, that the Saudi league is less content for us, which, by the way, should tell you one thing. That's bad. That's a bad thing. So we don't want the Saudi league to happen.
I mean, the Saudi league happening would be something. I don't know what it would be. I don't know what it would mean for us, but I just know that I would rather keep Bryson here on U.S. soil where we can
I want Bryson
firsthand.
I would love for Bryson to like start his own tour on the moon.
Now, all right. Now, here's one for you. I want to send a Webb Simpson.
No. What?
But hold on. Here's why.
Nobody cares.
Hold on. I'm about to mind bang you right here.
Oh,
because
God. You're gonna tell him that he's gonna become some parishioner over there, or like he's gonna be like the Saudi Arabian, you know, like. I think I'm getting along the right track over here.
He's a light in the darkness, brother. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna turn the whole country around. They're gonna stop doing dirty things and things they shouldn't do and immoral things.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Webb is gonna be a light in the darkness. He's freaking the walls of Jericho surround him. He can't be beaten. His morals can't be broken down, even by those that wish to do all those things. He's going to be a light in the darkness in Saudi Arabia. So I love Webb, but we send him over there as a light, and he redeems a lot of the things going on over there. I think he could be the Saudi savior.
I can't believe how angry this league makes me think. It makes me.
All right, I got three more.
I don't have that many more. We're on we got all the rest of the people we won on tour.
This one was one of the first ones I wanted to do. In the upper, rankings.
We're gonna have to go through our picks really fast, by the way.
You know who's overrated and I'm tired of? And he needs to go on? Abraham Answer. That's right, I said it.
Yes, I'm
tired
out
of
on
dealing with
Answer.
Abraham
I agree.
Answer.
I'll send Answer. I'll give 'em-
Overrated. Go over there. Now leave your tequila over here, your Flecha Azul. Love
Yeah.
that. Overrated. Get him out of here. All right, I'll give you one more. I'm gonna give you a big name. Big name going to Saudi because I'm tired of the mediocrity. If you're gonna be over here and you're gonna be a big name and you're gonna garner a lot of
If you
attention,
say, if I swear to
and you're
God,
gonna
I
and you're gonna
swear to God, if you say Rory McIlroy, I'm
Nope.
gonna slap you in the face.
Nope. Did not saying Roy. If you're gonna be over here, you're gonna garner all this attention. You're gonna garner all this praise. You're gonna check all the boxes. You're gonna be on the Ryder Cup team. You're gonna be on the President's Cup team. You're gonna be in the major championship contending conversation every freaking year, and you continue to do nothing. You can go to Saudi. Alexander Schauffele. And that's right. His name is Alexander. Xander Schauffele can take it to Saudi. And don't let the door hit you where the good Lord
This
splits
is
you. I'm
terrible.
out.
What are you talking about?
Get him out of here. He's taking up precious space in the American, just
He has a gold medal.
who'd he beat? Name like more than 6 guys he beat.
CT Pan. Beat CT Pan.
All right. Sam says we're going too long. We got to hurry. All right. We're done. That's it. That's who's going to Saudi. F those guys.
All right. Let's go on to the picks, which we can get.
No,
through
actually,
pretty quick.
we got the big announcement to make.
Oh, we have an announcement,
Which is now going to be really, really anticlimactic.
Do I have to sing again?
No, you don't. Here's the deal. We've been doing this 7 years, y'all. 7 years. And we've always done it alongside 2 full-time jobs, wives, kids, responsibilities. It's been a hustle. It's been a grind. We've done like 400 episodes. In honor of that, I wore the old Tour Junkies t-shirt, the very first one, printed in 2015, Big things are happening. Big things have happened. And effective 2/28, 2 weeks from now, when I hit you on this show, I will be full-time DB, quit my job, left the company that I've been with for 6.5 years, scared shitless, but I'm going full-time, baby. And thank you to all the listeners, all the supporters, Pat, of course, our wives, TPN, Sam Kyle, Pat Mayo, the Godfather, the pioneer himself. It's been a wild ride. I'm excited to be full-time. We're going to be amping up the content coming out of TJ. Now, for a lot of you, you're not going to be happy about this announcement. You're gonna say, I hate DB. He irritates me. He's a douche. And I don't really want to listen or watch any more DB than I have to. Well, I'm sorry for you, but that means everyone's job is not over yet because you guys have done a lot to help make me full-time in 7 years. I don't want to wait another 7 years for Pat to be full-time. So we got to pick up the pace. We need you to tell a friend, tell somebody about the Tour Junkies podcast. Share the TJ gospel. Continue to listen to the shows. Comment on the YouTube videos. Give us a 5-star rating. Engage on social media. Follow on social media. Read the blogs. Join the Nut Hut. If we talk up a sponsor, go use the sponsor. It all helps. We appreciate it. But the best thing you can do is tell somebody about it. Getting Pat full-time is the next mission for everybody because we're just going to be banging when Pat's full-time. But a lot more content coming out of Tour Junkies headquarters. We did a big to-do of the announcement on the betting show. You cannot miss that. You need to go watch that. Pat, I greatly appreciate you, buddy, and I really appreciate the song that you performed on the betting show for me that you wrote and performed yourself. It was beautiful. I'll never forget it, even though we had technical difficulties, which is very
Of course we
appropriate.
did. Why would we not have technical
Yeah.
difficulties?
It's very appropriate, but you got to catch it on the betting podcast this week.
Well, at least we can, we maybe cut that out and
we can, we need to do that.
Make it look good. But
say
very
we.
proud of you, DB, and proud of us. And we'll I can't wait for hopefully me to get to that point. But right now, this is an exciting time for you and us. And the thing is, a lot more content is good. It's good for us. A lot of capacity to do more things. So we're excited about that. And now I think we have to move on to some picks because we could go into this for a while, but we talked about it.
If you're watching on YouTube, though, I really want you to do this. In the comments, put down, and if you're watching live, you're going to have to wait till the show's over to do this. So in the comments, put in the comments, what do you want out of Tour Junkies now that I'm full time? What content do you want? What type of content do you want? Do you want a video about something, a podcast about something, an article about something, an email about something? Like, what do you want? Tell us what you want. There's a lot of content out there. Tell us what you want us to do to put the little TJ flair on it. If it's something new, if it's a new idea, put that in the comments, really, and do that for us. We're going to read all of them and we're going to take it to heart because I am going to have more time. So please do that. Also, I said this on the betting show. If, more content out of TJ means we might need more help. If you're interested in getting into this space, I can't guarantee we need anything at the moment, but we hopefully will soon. Let us know. Email us info@tourjunkies.com or hit us up slide in our DMs on Twitter or Instagram. They're open. And we appreciate everybody. Really appreciate the listeners for doing this, for supporting us for this long. Can't believe we're still a show. Praise God. Hopefully we will be for another 7 years because my kids' lives depend on it.
Yeah.
All right. DFS
Okay.
picks. Let's get into this. Pat, DraftKings, top of the board, 9K and above. Listen, we got into a great discussion in the Nut Hut about ownership and about ownership leverage, which we talk about on the show all the time. We don't really go into depth about it, but it was a great Nut Hut discussion that we had with our boy Kobe, who won $100,000 this past week in DFS. And you can't forget that, this is one reason why we separated out the DFS and the betting show, because it's two different things. Betting outrights, betting top 20s, betting head-to-heads is very different than this game we play on
Absolutely.
DraftKings that is DFS. You have to play it differently. You're playing against other people. You have to, be wise in your contest selection. And then you got to understand ownership leverage. And in a tournament like this, with this many top-tier players in the field, especially in this 9K and above range, tons of studs up here. Ownership is key. There's not really a lot of guys in here, if any, that I really can justify fading. In fact, I can't. I mean, there's some that, I like more than others, and I'll mention those. But I want to start with the fade here. And the fade is the top 3 highest owned guys in here come Wednesday. Whatever the projections seem to play out as, I don't mind fading any of these guys if they're the top 3 projected highest owned players from a consensus point of view across, trusted websites. We talk about this on Wednesday nights in the live chat on in the Nut Hut every week. But I think that's how you play this. Like, you can't commit to just avoiding a certain guy in here this week. There's too many good names up here. So for me, it's like whoever the top 3 highest owns are, I'll take leverage with these other studs because the win equity and the implied odds to win for a lot of these guys is very close, if not identical. Now, that being said, some of my favorite plays. I think DJ is probably one of my favorite plays. I'm not sure where DJ falls in terms of, is he going to be chalk or not? But we saw him play well in one event that he played in 2022, and that was the Farmers, I think. He gained like 7 strokes tee to green. Ball striking was great. Sucked putting. Finished 25th. No big deal. Now he comes to Riviera, where he loves it. He's played tremendous at Riviera. He's a winner here. I love DJ at 10-2, a little bit of salary relief there from the top 4 or 5 guys. I'm coming around on Hideki at 93. I think Hideki's sneaky here, playing really well. I'll take the ball striking there. And then, you know what? I think one of those 2 down there at the bottom, $9,100 Cam Smith or Brooks Koepka at 9K for me. I'm believing that Brooks surprised me last week at the Waste Management. I mean, we talked about him. I didn't think he was going to hit the ball that well. He definitely has not been lately. But I think this is a tournament Brooks shows up at. He hit it great last week. He had a chance to win, obviously. He could have run away with it had he had a better Saturday. I think Koepka at 9K offers you a ton of salary relief, and it allows you to jam as many guys up here, and in the 8K range too, which is chock full of good names. It allows you to put a lot of guys in your lineup that can win. And I love Cam Smith, great around the green player. Aussies do well here. The Kikuya rough and fairways, they tend to like. Cam Smith obviously took down John Rahm at the Century Tournament of Champions earlier this year. So those are some names that are popping for me right now.
Yeah, I think so a couple things here. I think you're right. I think you do want to fade probably 2 or 3 of the top owned guys up here in this top range. Now, I do think if you do have a guy that's a little bit chalky, that's fine in this range. But then you're obviously going to have to find somebody, like, you don't want to take a guy, in this 7K range that's like incredibly chalky or something like that. But I love DJ. I like him at that number. Here's the thing about DJ. You get him at 10-2. He's got a fantastic history here. It allows you to dip down more into that 8K range, which I love the 8K range this week.
Yeah,
Usually
8K.
I don't like usually I'm not a huge fan of the 8K range, but this week I
Yes,
love it.
agreed.
This week I love it. And so I want to get more of those guys in here. And so the way to do that is to go cheaper in this upper tier. So I think I would really start with DJ. And if I'm going to fade a guy, I think Justin Thomas is probably going to be one of the guys that I fade. And I somehow I
Hmm.
always want to play him, but I think that right now, just looking at it right now, I mean, he's missed 2 cuts in a row here. So he hasn't, really lit this place up. So and he's not driving the ball well at all, which is one of the things. If you look at like prize picks, his like over under on fairways hit is in the 7 range, which is not good. And now I know that the fairways here are the rough here isn't all that bad, but I think
Yeah,
JT's
JT when
just
he's off, he's usually like way off the grid. Like he's a
yeah.
little like me.
And I just feel like he's not quite there yet. And I think that we could get him, I want him to be there because I feel like he's eventually going to be a great play, but not right now. So I think DJ is one of my favorite players here. I love that play. I like Rory at 9,700. I think he's another good one. And then also, I'm a huge fan of Cam Smith right there at the bottom there at 9,100. I like him also. So those are the 3 folks that I really like in this, 9K and above range. But I think you really got to go low 10Ks if you want to start your lineup off with a guy like a DJ or something like that, because you got to fit some guys in this 8K range in your lineups.
Yeah, and I will say in this range, in terms of a cash play, I like starting my cash lineup with Hideki. I don't mind that at all. All right, Pat, talk to me about the AK range. We both love the AK range. It's kind of hard to narrow it down here, but let's pick a couple we like and a fade.
Okay, I'll give you a couple I like because there are so many in here that I really like. But I will start actually at the very bottom in Taylor Gooch, who's at 8,000. He has a fantastic history here. You look at his last 3 times playing here: T12 in 2021, T10 in 2020. Before that, a top 20 in 2019 or 2018. Sorry. I mean, Taylor Gooch he's been in good recent form lately. Obviously, we've seen him win a tournament at the RSM Classic. I lost a bet because of him.
Yes.
I have to do a Jackson Mahomes TikTok dance. So,
God.
look, there's a lot of reasons that Taylor Gooch is. I should probably be pulling against him, but look, I think he's a great bet this week or a great play this week. So I do like him. At the top end here, I just love Willie Zalatoris at 8,800.
Yeah.
Top 15 last week. He's been in great recent form. We know he can win like pretty much any week, but I like him on difficult courses. He just seems to really like you get in fields like this with
Well, the
Willie
US
Z.
Open performances, the Masters
Yeah,
performance, Torrey
Tory, at
Pines.
Tory, everything. I just love Willie Zalatoris at 8,800. I love that. So I'm going to play him. And then my fade's going to be Finau. I think Finau's broken right now. And he lost my bet to Taylor Gooch. So I'm done with Finau for the moment.
If only, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast. Maybe I have. I've definitely said this in real life. I mean, Pat's funny. Don't get me wrong. Pat is funny on the show. Pat is like way like many levels up funny on text message. I wish his text message humor translated on the show because it's it's even way funnier. And Pat talking about Tony Smith. I mean Tony Smith. What I am already buzzed. Pretty good. Tony Finau. Who the hell is Tony Smith?
Rory McIlroy.
Boom success.
Boom success around.
Pat talking
Boom
about
success. Samson.
Pat talking about Tony Finau and being broken over text message this week. losing the Jackson Mahomes TikTok dance bet was hilarious. What did you say? You were like, is Tony Finau contemplating like going on mission or something? He's Mormon. Is he about to? Does he have something else on his mind? What's happening here?
Oh, I said, but is he going on sabbatical? Is he like on a sabbatical? And then I'd say like, should I apologize in advance for these kind of statements?
Maybe we just should keep going. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
Finau's my fade too because I'm just out. I don't know. I'm just even if he's low owned, I think I'm still out. Now Willie Z, I love, and I think in cash, Willie Z's a lock. In GPPs, I think he could be the most popular player in this entire field. I'm pretty sure. Now, you get a $8,800 price savings with him. Should we fade him? Should we not? I mean, I think you could. I think that you could definitely go that route. That's a game theory play for sure. I don't think you have to. It is such a great savings that you can then spend up for some more of these guys in the 9K range. I just think that if you do that, you got to make sure you're not picking the chalky guys in the 9K range to go with him because I think he's going to be the most popular play, if not, top 2 or 3. But I do love Willie Z here. I agree with the Gooch play. I'm there with you on Gooch. We both talked about Adam Scott on the betting show. I kind of like him.
Yeah, I like
But
Adam.
a name we didn't talk about on the betting show is Matt Fitzpatrick at 8,100. And
Yes, I like him this week.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
hard. I cannot stand that I like him this week.
it's been a while since I've been on the Matt Fitzpatrick train, but I rode it for a few weeks. And, it kind of did okay, and then it kind of bucked me early. But he checks a lot of boxes. I mean, a lot of boxes.
And
Bogey
he's played
avoidance.
well here. He's
Yeah,
played well
strokes
here.
gained around the green, positive strokes on putting on POA, 10th at the Waste Management, 6th at Pebble Beach, 5th place here last year. I mean, I think Fitzpatrick is actually a pretty sneaky play. At least I think he's going to be. We'll see what happens. But I like Fitz a good bit here. So there you go. Getting into the 7K range, Pat, we did get a question. We got a question from in the chat from Wes. I think it could be your boy Wes Bearden, who you've always had a great relationship with in the
I
YouTube
can't
chat.
see the chat anymore, so it makes it less
It may or may not be
exciting
Wes,
for me because I can't like get triggered at a bunch of you people in the
which is
chat because I
great.
can't see it.
Yeah. It may just be a regular Wes. I don't know. Or it could be the one of Bearden variety. But he says, which one is meant for more of a multi-entry GPP and not a $200 single entry? And he names a couple guys here in the 7K range and then 3 studs. He names Luke List, Tom Hoagie, Justin Thomas, Rory, and DJ. He says, I'm playing in the $200 single entry. So I actually think, and this
Wait,
is,
but there's a lot of big differences in those players. Like
well, he's
what am I?
saying like, which one is more which one is more like, okay, you might be getting a little too risky biscuit for the $200 single entry here. Um, Now, I actually think that, and I've played in a bunch of the $200 single entry contests, and so is Pat. I don't think the 2 entries are as different as you want to make them out to be, even though, yes, there are less entries in the $200 single entry contest. So therefore, you may not have to be theoretically as perfect to, bank one of those bad boys as you would in like a 50,000 entry, GPP Millie Maker or whatever it is. But I don't think there's as much difference when it comes to lineup construction. You still want a lot of leverage. And, I think for JT, Rory, and DJ, that's really just a matter of ownership and, preference
Yeah.
there, I guess. I don't know that you can't really separate any of those 3 for what you're asking. It comes down to Luke List and Tom Hoagie. For me, now that we're in the 7K range, I'll tell you one of my favorite plays in the 7K range is Luke List. I love the value on Luke List. I talked about it on the betting show.
This
If
is a
there is
shocker. There's somebody should put up a news flash
This
sign.
is the key thing. This is the key takeaway. And listen, if I screw this up and Luke screws this up for me, then egg on my face next week, whatever. I'll eat it. If there is one more week this year that you play Luke List, it is this week at the Genesis. If there's one more week, all the weeks left in the year, this is the year you play Luke List. On our podcast in the fall, he named 2 courses. Genesis and the Riviera. Riviera is his favorite course by far on the PGA Tour. He loves this tournament. He loves this golf course. He loves POA. Last week, he gained like 5 strokes tee to green. He was 23rd in strokes gained tee to green, ranked 23rd strokes gained tee to green last week. Didn't finish great, but he lost 5.8 strokes putting on like that Bermuda POA bent hybrid crap that's at Scottsdale. That's the worst putting performance he's had since August of 2020. Now he comes back to a surface that he's very comfortable on, that he just won on at Torrey Pines, and his favorite golf course of the year. I think it is the best week possible. This is the best case scenario. Coming off the win from Luke List at Torrey Pines, I'm glad he sucked it up last week at Scottsdale. I wish he would have missed the cut at Scottsdale because that would have put even more people off of him. But if people don't dig into that and they don't know about the podcast interview with him and they don't know about his affinity for Riviera, then they might avoid him. And you're going to get a discounted ball striking son of a gun who's played great at Riviera, who loves POA, who loves this course, and who circles this place on his calendar every year on the PGA Tour. He told us that. So this is the week. You do not jump off the Luke List train this week. Don't do it. So I say you play Luke List. I think Hoagie's your last man out there in the single entry. Wes. Other plays I like in this range are Lanto Griffin. I talked about him on the betting show. I like him a lot. You get a good price savings there with Lanto. He's at, where is he at? Like 7,200. And he's a bit, he loves like tougher golf courses, good bogey avoidance guy, but his ball striking has been primo in the last few weeks. So I like Lanto. And then I love Mark Leishman at the top, 7,900 Leishman. He's my cash play if I was going to have one. I do think Leash is going to be a little more popular. So watch that, depending on the rest of your lineup construction. But Leash loves this place. Aussies love this place. He's in good form. 7,900, I'll take it. My fade is overrated Abraham Answer. I'm out on Abe Answer at 7,700. I think he's way too talked up every single week. He's only delivered 1 week. He got 1 win. And that's great for him. I mean, he's a good player, but I just don't. This is not Abe Answer week for me. And I'm tired of the overrated Abe stuff. We just talked about that on the Saudi guy. I'd send Abe to Saudi. That's the 7K range.
Well, I've got some 7K plays, and I
good.
actually have some advice on for the $200 single entry
Oh, good.
folks out there that they want that. But here's another thing. DB, you're going full time. We've just announced this.
Yeah.
You're gonna need some ways to save some money.
God, I
Okay.
know. I'm scared to death.
Yeah, and one way might be HelloFresh. Okay, this is the number one America's number one meal kit. America's number one meal kit. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm fresh. Damn it! God, I try to do this so good and it never works out. Including farm fresh produce that arrives within a week. So you get convenience without, damn it, I just pushed my paper out of the way, skimping on quality. Skip the trip to the grocery store, saving you.
Good God. Can we get a damn, what's one of the reading apps we can get? Can we get is Hooked on Phonics still a thing?
Yeah, I need it.
I may have dated myself there, but it's
Anyway, saving you the wait in long lines and ensuring you don't waste money on excess food. Hey, here's another thing. This is the winter time. So you know what? You need to warm yourself up with some Inside Out. Wait.
What? Warm yourself up with some Inside Out. God.
This is like I'm sorry, HelloFresh.
Jeez.
Warm yourself up from the inside out with limited time recipes inspired by cozy classics from around the world, like beef tenderloin and cheese fondue, which is amazing. That sounds awesome. Miso sesame shrimp and bacon ramen. Also sounds great. HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal of the same quality, and you can save on average over $65 a month when you order HelloFresh instead of grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket. So let me tell you something. I've had a few of these meals, and I love one of them, there are several that I love. But they have this Monterey Jack hamburger meal that's unreal. It's incredible. They have great potatoes in this thing. Everything is packaged in the meal. Like you don't have to go searching around for spices and whatever else, and it's amazing. So here you need to go to hellofresh.com/tourjunkies16 and use tourjunkies16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Okay, that's hellofresh.com/tourjunkies16 and use the code tourjunkies16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. God, I love HelloFresh.
Oh, I do like HelloFresh. Fun fact,
Anyway,
I've been using it. I found this out today. I've been using HelloFresh for 25 weeks in a row.
my goodness, it's good stuff. All right, let's go on to the 7K range for me.
Praise God.
Praise the Lord. I like Mark Leishman up there at the top at 7,900. I think he's a good play there.
Agreement there.
Great history here. Had a T4 here a few years ago. I mentioned him as one of my prize pick plays. I think he's going to start off this round hot, play early and well, and so I like him. I like Alexander Noren
Mm.
at 7,500. I'm telling you, man, Noren, you just have to play when he's hot. Played well last year. Played well last week. He had a T12 last year, T16 in
I'm out.
2018. I think this is an Alex Noren week.
I'd rather play a guy you mentioned on the betting show that kind of took me back for a second, and then I kind of came around. It's Kevin Na. I'd rather play Kevin Na at 7,600.
Okay, well, I have Kevin Na was my next play.
Oh, good.
I like Kevin Na at 7,600. I think he's another one that usually concerns me, but he puts well in Poena greens. This is a good course fit for him, so I like him there at 7,600. I like Seabass also at 7,200. Now he's one of the few guys that doesn't have a lot of experience here. Actually, has 0 experience here. But I still think this could be a good week for him. He's played well recently. Checks a lot of boxes on this course. So I like Seabass. Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me.
Uh,
And then Abraham Answer's my fade.
F him. Probably
There
not.
you go.
We
Do
like
you
it.
have any 6K range guys? I'm struggling here.
The 7K range is so nice, but I will say there's some names in this 6K range. It's gonna be
I
tough.
think JJ Spawn, Patrick Rogers, and again, Wyndham Clark are my 3 favorites in the 6K range.
I like all those. I actually like all those. I'll give you 2 more that I like. I like JT Poston at 6,400, playing well. Played well at Riviera. He's confident right now. Save a lot of cash with JT Poston. Like you said, 120-man field, 65 and ties making the cut. There's going to be a greater percentage of 6 and 6. You could be aggressive. The thing is, man, if you load up on these top guys, and hit, which is easier to do, and then you get the 1 or 2 6K guys right, or like a 6K guy and a low 7K guy right, like Lanto or Luke List, like you could be balling at that point. You just got to pick the right guy. But I like Rogers, I like Clark, like you said, I like Spawn, I like Poston, and one more guy that you've been on. I got to give you props here. You've been on him lately, and he's paid off. He's playing really well. He hits the ball a mile. $6,700. Cameron Young, the rookie, is playing very nice lately. T26 at the Waste Management, T20 at the Farmers,
Yeah, I
40th
like
at
him.
the MX. The form is hot for Cameron Young. He's a young stud that we might not see in the 6K range for much longer. So we'll see how he can how he can take down Riviera. But all right, I think that's it. Time to do the 2-minute men lineup build for DraftKings. It's the best, it's the best 2-minute men anywhere on the internet, honestly, because now last week we weren't very good. We had Seamus Power and Aaron Wise kind of tanked the lineup there. They both missed the cut. We had decent guys up at the top, but it wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. The week before was much better. So we're going to give you a GPP lineup. So hopefully give you some ownership leverage, although we're guessing at what ownership's going to be on a Monday night. So we're going to give you some ownership leverage and put together a GPP lineup in 2 minutes or less, hopefully with some agreement. Producer Sam's doing such a great job. with graphics and stuff. Look at us looking all fancy and official. All right, Pat, you want to try to get this going?
Yeah, let's go. I will is the time going to start, or does it start when I say my first player?
No, he'll start it. Sam will just start it. Here we go.
Okay, all right. I'm going to start. I'd like DJ to start.
Yep. I like DJ. Let's do it.
Okay.
What about Hideki?
Nope.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
What about Brooks?
I'll go Brooks. I would rather go Brooks than that's what I was hoping you were going to say.
Okay. What about what if we go Gooch?
Okay, we'll go Gooch, and
What
he
about
is.
What about List?
Are you going to take everyone?
Oh, sorry. I'm just naming names. So we got to go 2
No,
minutes.
no, we're not going List. No.
Telling you.
What about would you go Seabez?
No. Lanto?
I'll go Lanto. He keeps
You like
popping
Lanto?
for me. How about
We got 7,800 left on average
how about
here.
Norin? Would you go Norin?
No.
Or
No.
nah?
I'll go Nah. I don't love it, but I'll go Nah. I think you're gonna get a lot of leverage with him.
Okay.
I mean, we go Leishman.
So that puts us up at a Leishman. Yeah.
How much we got left?
8,000. We go Leishman.
So if we go Leishman, all right, put Leishman up there. Leishman's gonna be chalky. Let's say DJ. Let's just say DJ's gonna be chalky. Gooch may be chalky. I don't know. We'll get some leverage with Lanto, I think, and definitely Nah. And possibly Koepka. Possibly. I don't know. People are gonna see last week.
Like this is a good. We've got so many seconds left. That's probably a good thing.
The only other thing I could say is if we didn't go Leash, but we'll leave Leash. We could go Peters at 7,400 if you don't like it.
No,
You like
no, I
Peters
think
at all?
he's gonna be the chalky.
I wish we would have had List in here. We'll leave it here. I
don't
wish
care.
we would
I
have
like this one. I like this one.
List instead of Nah, then we would have left more money on the table. I don't know. We
Yeah.
probably still would. Although List will probably be more popular than Nah.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is. Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Taylor Gooch, Mark Leishman, Kevin Na, and Lanto Griffin. We left $100 on the table. That's our GPP 2-minute min lineup. There you go. All right, Pat. Good show. Big week. Big announcement. 2 weeks from now, I'll be full time. Holy crap. Please comment here on the YouTube channel what you'd like to see more of, content you want coming out of Tour Junkies. We'll try to make that happen for you. We're going to read all those. So please, seriously, do that. Appreciate all the listeners too, all the years. It's been great. Thanks for riding with us. And tell a friend. That's the best thing you can do is share the TJ gospel. All right. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. Thank you for that. May your screens be green. We'll be back next week. Don't forget Pat's Fantasy Golf Sommelier video is going to drop tomorrow night or Wednesday morning. You got the emails coming out, blog content coming out. It's going to be a great week. Get in the Nut Hut. People are winning a ton of money and having a ton of fun doing it. It's great stuff. See you. Out.
We're the Tour Junkies. We're the Tour Junkies. PGA Tour fanatics, golf addicts, podcast juice, you gotta have it. Special guest, DFS, DB, and them long shot bets. From Augusta to Sawgrass, we got your picks, we got your stats. Catch a bus